welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. I'm Juliana, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing a perspective on a subject matter I think all of us have heard something about, which is know your self-worth. A lot of us have heard stories about know your self-worth is enough for you to live your best life, and I feel like just know your self-worth is not quite enough. You need to do certain things in addition to know your self-worth in order for you to be happier and living your life to the fullest. So if it's something you're interested in, stay tuned and let's get right into the video. All right, a lot of us have heard a story about a college lecturer pulling out a dollar note and asking who wants the dollar note, and people raising their hands, and he folding the dollar note and people still raising their hands that they want it, and he crumbling it and stepping on it and raising it again, and people still raise their hands that they wanted the dollar note. And the lesson of that story was that the dollar note still had its value, which is the $1, and it's still worth that $1 regardless of the circumstances that they placed the dollar notes through. And the moral of this lesson was that knowing your self-worth gives you makes you understand the value that you have. And I feel like even though it's true that the dollar note still had its value, the part of the story I feel like people don't tell, or I feel like a lot of us kind of ignore or do not pay attention to, is the fact that even though the dollar is still having its value, not a lot of people will accept that dollar note. If you go to maybe a shop to buy something from the shop, if someone comes in with a newer currency note and you come in with a stained note, which is stained with oil, has gone through a lot of predicaments, I feel like most people will not accept that dollar note because of the condition it's in. Let's say, for instance, the money is torn, you've solid-taped it or you've taped it, and someone comes in with a new, like a money that is not torn. Then there's more likelihood for the shop owner or for the person accepting that money to accept the newer currency over yours, or the money which has not gone through a lot of suffering compared to the one which has gone through. So I feel like even though the $1 is still $1, the confidence even of you going to use that $1 which has gone through a lot of suffering, which has been crumpled, which has been stepped upon, which has been stained with blood or oil or whatever, and it's looking defaced. Let's say the dollar note is looking defaced totally. The confidence you use to you use that money is different from you using a fresh note, because you know that the fresh note has more to say about you than a stained money, even though you didn't stain it. For instance, you got it as a change from something you purchased with a newer note and they gave you that money. You will be feeling like when you are going to use it to buy something, the people you are going to buy from will be thinking that you are irresponsible or whatever the case may be. So I feel like that's the part of the story that we've always been leaving out of the whole story, because know your self-worth is enough, but how confident are you at the stage of your self-worth? Because some of us have gone through a lot of suffering, some of us has gone through a lot of pain, and that pain has left a lot of stain on our character, on our worth, and on our behavior. And so coming out of such situation and still even know your self-worth is not guaranteed that you feel confident enough about yourself, or you feel worthy enough of someone's time or attention or whatever the case may be. And so just like you send the dollar note or whatever note to the bank for them to change it for you, as most people do, some of us need to do a lot of inner work on ourselves find out how we can best heal from past experiences and stuff like that, to make us more cleaner or make us brand new to the level to match our self-worth. Because you can be worth 10,000 or whatever dollars, but if that 10,000 note is 10 and like beyond recognition, the confidence level for you to use that note is still very low, because in your mind you'll be wondering if they'll accept that note, and most people will not accept. Even me, I may not accept a note that has gone through a lot of predicaments. I may not accept a note that has been defaced totally, so to the point that I cannot even recognize if it is $1 or $10 or whatever amount the dollar is. So I feel like a lot of us need to put in the work, need to go through healing processes, need to become whole again. Like, we need to put in the work to become whole again, in order for us to have the confidence in ourselves, and in order for people to recognize our worth. Because sometimes you can even know your worth, other people can know your worth, but if they don't recognize that worth, they may not value it the way it's supposed to be valued. And so that's just my opinion about the whole story about the dollar note still retaining its value. I feel like it retains its value, but it depends on the level of circumstances the dollar note has gone through, and the level of filth or the level of defacing the dollar note has gone through, and how most people will feel about that dollar note in the end. Because just stepping on the dollar note doesn't really have any like significant effect on it, like staining it with oil, or it tearing into two, or mouse or rats or us eating the dollar note for it to be defaced totally. And so I feel like we all need to put in a certain level of work in ourselves, so that we become the best version of ourselves and heal from past traumas, past mistakes, past generational drama, and everything that may cause us not to be our authentic full self. And at the end of the day, it is you coming out as your authentic self that really makes people appreciate your value and the life that you have, or the impact that you have on their lives. And so that's just a little I want to share, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and also like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.